Hi. It's Monday. Yeah, Monday. Although that really doesn't matter to me because, fortunately Monday's just like any other day for me. I'm on my way this morning to take Simon, the Sheltie, to the daycare. I really think I like Camp Bow Wow, so that's where we're going again today. Did you notice I found a way to take care of those dry circles? See? Anyway, actually, that's not really the reason I'm wearing them. I'm wearing them because it is really bright and sunny out here, and my eyes just give me fits if I don't wear sunglasses. In fact, I'm all the time going outside, like to get in the car to go to dinner or something, and it's still daylight out. And my husband goes, "Oh, put on your sunglasses. You're frowning." And you're going, and of course, me a Texas girl, we don't want to get any frown lines. So anyway, we're on our way. And this is my second video. And let me just say, I am absolutely overwhelmed. And oh my gosh, you cannot imagine how appreciative I am to Pam for sending everybody over. That was just like the sweetest thing she could have ever done, because I had absolutely no way to get this thing going and, find people that had the same kind of interests that I do. My interests are not just knitting, crocheting, looming. I have a lot of other interests. I think I mentioned in the other video that I used to sing. I really should have done something with that earlier in life. And I know they say it's never too late. So, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, I got back into it. And guess what? It sort of is too late, unless you know somebody at this age, or unless you are willing to really, really sacrifice your family life for your music, which I guess if I was 20 at this point, I might do that, but I'm not willing to give up everything. I did, however, get back into it for about 5 years, and I'm getting on the freeway. I hate Dallas freeways. I know that the traffic up north, and I don't know where a lot of you are, can be pretty bad, but I don't know. It's gotten worse here over the years. I mean, you get on a freeway where the speed limit is 70, and I think most people that live around here, they must not be able to read or something, because most of them are going at least 80, and some considerably faster than that, like that guy that just passed me. So, the freeways have always kind of freaked me out a little bit, but taking Simon over quite a ways away from the house, and really the freeway is about the only way to get there in a decent amount of time. I'm going with my sister this afternoon. She has a sweet little doggy named Jake, and we found out a couple weeks ago, that he has cancer in an anal gland, of all places. It's a drag, really, if you think about it. So, anyway, I'm going with her this afternoon. We're going to visit the oncologist, because I've told her that since I don't work, she's a teacher, and it's really hard for teachers to get off. But she's taken this one day off, to go to the oncologist. He's already had surgery, but they didn't get clear margins, and that's not good. So we're going to the oncologist to see what other treatments he's going to need. And I've told her that I will help get him over there during the day. Because, let I'm like a doggy animal person, and I just, she's my sister. He's my nephew dog, and I know, and I just feel like it's the least I can do and take some of the worry and hassle off of her, because it's weird. She got another dog a year later that was the same breed. They're Cairn Terriers, and she's the same breed, so she's got a boy and a girl. And it turns out, and she got it from a reputable breeder, but it turns out that the little girl doggy her name is Tara, has a immune issue, and can't go to daycare, and can't go to kennels, and can't go to, be put up overnight, can't be around other dogs, except for the one she lives with, because they know where it's been. So, she's really having a hard time. She's an animal lover too, and she thought she had done everything right this time. She had a lot of trouble with her last dog, and health-wise. But he was a rescue, and he apparently had issues, and so she had problems with him and his health. And he died of cancer a couple years ago. So anyway, I'm going to go do that this afternoon after I get Simon to the daycare and get back to the house. I'm going to meet up with her, and we're going to go. One of the things I do that makes me feel better about driving on the freeway is making videos where I don't have to pay attention. No, I do this, and I guess other people do it. My husband is the one that actually got started doing it, because I would always complain when he got on the freeway. What I do is I play the on and off game. And what that amounts to is, I don't know about where you are, but here, a lot of our newer freeways have lanes. Like when you go in the entrance, you don't have to actually get into the freeway lane. There's a lane that goes straight on through to the next exit. And it happens that between the entrance and the exit, that's where the red lights are. So the idea is to get on, like right now, at the entrance, and then go as far as the exit, which means you have jumped the light. And since our frontage roads, we call them service roads here, but since our frontage roads have speed limits these days of 50 and 55, it's really not a lot slower than going the freeway all the way, unless you have to stop for the lights. So now I'm going off again without having stopped, and have jumped that light. So that's cool. I can do that for the most part. Sometimes they freak me out even that way, but today we're doing that because I need to get back in time, and like I said, this is kind of far away. The last video that I made, I said I had a huge yarn stash. Well, I got to wondering, in the world of fiber arts, crochet, knitting, etc., is what I have really considered huge? To me, it's a lot of yarn. But maybe not. Maybe if you're like me, if you're an addict to all those pretty colors and soft fibers and all those neat things, maybe that's not so much. So I decided that I would count them. Yeah, right. Count them. I tend to have a little ADD, which leads to me having an issue with organization. So I'm still trying to figure out how to show off this stash, because it's not, as organized as it could be. I've tried to organize it more than what I usually do, because I just have to see what I've got. It's like going into a yarn store and they just jumble it all up in one pile and say, here, have at it. So I don't quite do that. It is separated out here and there. Where am I? Let me you pay attention for a minute. Okay. Anyway, so, maybe I should have got off there. No, I think that, no, I think I'm right. Anyway, I started counting it, and when I got to 575 skeins, I decided maybe I'd stop counting. I have since decided that, I don't know, but I think that's a lot. Now, they're not, the most expensive skeins, and I don't know if I mentioned it before, but living in the Dallas area, I have got a billion places to buy yarn. And most of them, are regular over-the-counter, brand name, manufacturer, what do you call it, mass-produced brands. And I tend to buy a lot of packages of meal ends, and sometimes I can identify what they started out to be. Sometimes I can't, but I really like them because you get lots, and I like lots. Lots is good. So anyway, I'm working on trying to figure out how to show this collection off. I'd love to inventory it for Ravelry, but wow, and particularly since a lot of them are millions, I just really don't know for sure what I've got. Also, I started a new project yesterday, so I think that makes, 6 works in progress. What I do is I loom knit, I needle knit, I crochet. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I kind of switch around between all three because I'm easily bored. And so yesterday I started a new loom along that I've been doing most of them. And it's supposed to be a a messenger bag, and it's done on a long loom, and I'd never done long loom double knits before, so I thought, oh, hey, I'll try this, and I really like that too. Seems like I like them all. So right now I have 2 or 3 loom projects going. I cannot see. The sun here is ridiculous. It gets in your eyes and you can't see a thing. Anyway, I've got 2 or 3 loom knit projects going. I've got 1 needle knit project. I had 2, and I'll have to show you my sock. I was trying to follow Pam's instruction, and which instruction was great, but I just was having a little problem with keeping it's like knitting with toothpicks. These are teeny little number 2 knitting needles, and they're only 9 inches. The connecting thing, it's only 9 inches, and so you get that little tiny sock yarn on those little tiny toothpicks, and wow, it was hard. So right now the progress on that is like not very much. And then I also, I hope I'm going the right way. I always get kind of lost right here. I also have my project that I started on bigger circular needles. I had never used circular needles before the sock or this thing I'm doing now. And it's a hat, and it's from the Wavy Gravy hat pattern. Ow. It's multicolor, sorry about that. Multicolors and stripes, and I really like that. I'm big into bright colors, and so I'm doing that. And I started a shawl back in the spring, basically when I kind of first got involved again in this stuff, and it was a pretty big undertaking. And so I put it away for a while because I kept thinking, hey, it's 110 degrees out here, and it's going to be that way till November, and at least late November. It could be, you know, in the 90s. And, you know, we had a big storm here the other day, and we are still have quite a few people without power. And here's a nice red light that is not working. It's blinking. Okay. So, anyway, I put that away. I need to get started back on that. I made my husband a hat for his little, shall we say, slightly thinning head. But it was a little tight. It was the first one I ever made, so I've got to do that again. Make him another hat. And let's see, what else have I got going? Oh, I've got mandala. And I think those are just gorgeous. I'm going to make it and put it on a big round frame, I guess, and make it a wall hanging. So, got a lot going on right now. So, I will make a video at home, and so I can show you some of this stuff, and still try to figure out how I can do the this thing with the stash. And oops, I was about to say goodbye, and at first I was going to show you Simon before I left, but as I picked up the camera, I obviously hit the wrong button and it stopped. So this is goodbye. So long, toodaloo, farewell, at least until the next couple of days, and I'll try to get something up with my works in progress. Okay, see ya.